Good afternoon, students. So in this session, we are going to see about the theories of motivation. So there are various theories for motivation. The first one is we shall see about the early theories of motivation. So under the early theories of motivation, first one is Maslow's need theory. So all of you know well about Maslow's need theory. That's Maslow is an economist, and according to Maslow's theory, uh, that needs are classified into five types. That is, first one is basic needs or psychological needs. Next one is it means the particular employee you want to satisfy his basic needs like food, clothing, and shelter. Next one is safety needs. Safety needs means you want to have a comfortable house, you want to have a very good bank balance, you want to have a very good education, like that. So this comes under the safety needs. Next one is social needs. Social needs means you want to live in a very good position in the society, you want to be respected by all. This one is esteem needs. Esteem needs means you want to live in a very good comfortable house, that is we want to have a very good luxurious car, like that comes under the esteem needs. Next one is self-actualization. Self-actualization means he want to be known well in all the persons in the world. So for example, if he want to known to all the persons means he want to be a celebrity, like in the cine field industry, he want to be in like a Hollywood or Bollywood actor, or he want to be an entry in politics and become the prime minister or president of India, or the chief minister, like that. And next, or else you want to become sports celebrities like football, cricket, or hockey, like that. Okay, so by that we can able to achieve the self-actualization need. So this five needs comes under the Maslow's theory. Next one is McGregor's theory. There are two comes under McGregor's. It's X theory and Y theory. Douglas McGregor founded this particular theory, and in this particular theory, it says that the manager in the organization deals with the employees with these two theories. That is, the first one is X theory, is called negative theory. Here, the employees are forced to work by means of fixing the targets. Setting targets, they want to meet the targets. And next one is Y theory. It's a positive theory. Here the employees are free to work, and employees can have the best decision, and they can take their best decision by their own. Next one is Herbert's two-factor theory. Herbert's two-factor theory means it's motivated. Two factors are only. First one is motivational factors. Next one is hygienic factors. So motivational factors are related to nature of work, satisfaction, higher productivity, efficiency, job responsibility, and advancement, so on. Next one is hygienic factors means they don't motivate the employees, but they prevent job dissatisfaction. That is, if an employee is dissatisfied in his job by means of less salary, he might be satisfied by means of paying high. So these things comes under the Herbert's theory. Here in this particular theory, 200 employees were asked to give opinion about their job, about in that particular job what they feel, that's whether they are job satisfied or dissatisfied. And according to the reviews in this particular theory has been found out. Next one is contemporary theories. So contemporary theories means under contemporary theory, first one is McClelland need theory. So McClelland need theory means here the employees are working on basis of needs. So there are three types of needs comes under McClelland need theory. First one is need for advancement, second one is power, and next one is third one is affiliation. So first one is achievement means a strong desire to find problems for solution. For example, today's present situation, if a doctor finds medicine for coronavirus, it is an achievement. So for the particular achievement, he will be appreciated by all the persons in the world. You'll be getting very good recognition, you'll be paid very good, like that. Okay, so it comes under the need for achievement. Next one is power. Power means directing and controlling others. That's you want to act like a boss. Next one is need for affiliation. It means receiving wishes from their leaders. That is their boss want to appreciate, their boss want to be okay, so they like that they'll be feeling. So this comes under the need for affiliation. So second theory is goal setting theory. So goal setting theory means this particular theory has been proposed by Edwin A. Locke. Here the behaviors is influenced by his goals. Okay. and this particular and it will be stimulating him to set higher goals for his future. That is if the particular employee is paid well for his goal, so automatically what the particular employee will be doing means in the future he will be setting a very high goal, and for the particular high goal he will be working, so automatically it is a benefit for the organization. So the employee should be paid according to the goals they have been set. Next one is reinforcement theory. So reinforcement theory means this has been founded by B.F. Skinner. Here there are two types of reinforcement called as positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. So by means of for positive reinforcement we can able to increase the positive behavior, and by means of negative reinforcement we can able to avoid the unpleasant behavior. Next one is Adam Smith equity theory. So in Adam Smith equity theory, here two variables are considered. One is called as inputs and next one is called as outcomes. So inputs means efforts or skills the employees put into the job, and outcomes means reward he received from the organization, right? So here if the particular employees are granted or given very good rewards, automatically he will be putting very good inputs. So here inputs is having relationship with the outcomes. Okay, next one is Varum's expectancy theory. So according to Varum's expectancy theory, it's an it deals with the nature of reward acts in performance. Here, certain type of behavior for certain type of behavior, that be certain type of outcome. So certain type of behavior means it's nothing but reward, and certain type of outcome means that's called as output. So automatically if you are paying very good reward, we can able to get very good output, and that particular output, that particular employee will be stick to that particular output, that is he will be sticking to give very good output always. So in this particular Varum's expectancy theory, three factors are considered. One is called as expectancy, instrumentability and balance. Expectancy means particular outcome from a particular action. That is when we are providing very high reward, automatically we can able to get high performance. Next one is instrumentability means degree of performance to rewards. That is how much rewards we are paying, accordingly that much performance would be. Next one is balance. Balance means value of an employee places on the rewards. Next one is other theories. Under other theories, first one is Alderfer's ERG theory. So Alderfer's ERG theory, all of you know well. This particular theory plays important role everywhere. So it is similar to the Marshall's theory. Okay. First of all, we have seen, it's Maslow's theory. So first you have seen about Maslow's theory, and that is 5 types of needs. So this particular 5 types of needs, here it comes under the three needs. So first one is existence needs. Under existence needs, psychological needs and safety needs comes under the existence needs, and related needs, safety needs and esteem needs comes under the related needs, and growth needs, self-esteem and self-actualization needs comes under the growth needs. So it's compared to the Maslow's theory, right? So in Maslow's theory there are 5 needs. It is classified into 5 needs, but here it comes under the 3 needs. Right, next one is Porter's and Lawyer's model. Okay, so Porter's and Lawyer's models like research, and they have been studied well, and from that they have been concluded that we want to assign right person for right job to get the better things. Next one is we want to provide clear job description. Only by means of clear job description we can able to get very good output. Next one is we want to assign power based on the performance level. That is, you want to assign proper performance level. Okay, so only by means of proper performance level we can able to get the best output. Next one is to ensure rewards, you want to give them very attractive. That is, you want to ensure rewards which is very attractive, and it should be liked by the particular employee. For example, if a reward is an employee is liking to get a very good reward, and automatically if the particular company is providing the same type of reward, he will be doing the best job. So according to the employee's interest, the reward should be provided. Next one is theory JET. So theory JET, it focuses on the increasing productivity and job satisfaction. and this particular theory deals with the Japanese management, and actually this particular theory is also called as Japanese theory. So this particular theory has been compared with the American theory, and it has been also used in America. But when we compare this particular Japanese theory with American theory, Japanese theory plays important role in and is accepted by various countries. And this particular Japanese theory, we can it gives very good output for the organization also. And this particular Japanese theory is accepted in America and in also various countries, various developing countries. And this particular Japanese theory focus on the increasing productivity and job satisfaction. Okay, thank you.